Soviets and Soviets of the Red Army, how are you all doing? This is Khan Ulrich.
And I'm Wingru. Hello, hello, hello.
And because my Canadian comrade and I are here, it means it's time to go back to the Orsha Round Robin tournament. For right now, we're bringing another Russo on Russo war on the field of Slutsk Vest. Now, who is fighting Rang and why?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Ortfield Frederica, but we're just gonna call him Ort.
Or Freddy.
Von Elstite. That's a long... Yeah, we're just gonna say Ort. He's playing Grupa... Goddamn, all these hard names. Bezlugo, which is like a Russian battle group. And they have Vanguard income. And then we got Prestor John, good old American flag, playing 26 guard Strokovi. Stroloki. And, yeah, he also has the Vanguard income.
So looking at Bezuklugo, and please at some point, please let me know how to actually say that name. We're going to start actually as it is immediately. What should we be expecting from that division? It's the first time we've seen a division in a replay.
Yeah, it's very ragtag. They got captured tigers, and captured Nashorn, not lots of infantry, and after that it's like all like just a mix of stuff. Kind of like a in between of like a group Hartnik / Korok in terms of unit composition, but Russian of course.
And without the sexiness.
Yeah, and without, either SS Shupo spam or, the crazy amount of tigers that Hartnik can get.
But that's what you get when you have a maneuver group, and that's actually,
Hmm.
as I just checked out, is what, whatever the heck the first part of that actually means.
Yeah.
Now, with the 26 guards Sotokovi, we can definitely expect, and we are going to see an Otomachiki opening. What is this going to mean in the long term? What can Prestor John do to face off against Federica's tanks?
Uh, Fortunately, it's only like two tigers and a Nashorn which he has to worry about. After that, it's really just T-34 76 spam. And then your KV-85s and KV-1s can do pretty good against here. I've seen an early IR-2 anti-tank rocket plane being brought in. And there's no actually tanks to kill, so I
No,
wonder what he's going for.
this
Maybe
is the right call.
M15?
He's going for the town.
Okay, oh, he's going for the infantry of it.
That's
See how it goes.
that is the right call. If nothing else, you can freak out some of the groups, so you can kind of take that and parlay that advantage a little bit further
Yeah.
forwards. Because most people are not going to bring in exceedingly early command units. It's too risky in that opening 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, down to the south, we are going to see, like you said, to use your terminology, a ragtag defense as well as a ragtag attack. It's really kind of awkward to mention exactly how both of these groups match up with each other.
Yeah, it's weird. I think 26 definitely has the advantage long game, just due to the unit composition, and also, heavy artillery is really nice to have. Yeah, I do like how Ort's doing this like crazy push in the middle, just some strokey, capturing that hill, easy peasy like. No casualties or anything, nothing to
No,
stop him.
no, sir. But we are going to see the second tiger being brought on out. So after these tigers, there are no more big kitties with whom to play.
No, the
Uh,
Russians could only capture two. You see, he only had enough Pokeballs for two.
exactly, exactly. And I thought there was a joke somewhere, but I couldn't think of what it was. So thank you.
No problem.
Um,
Gotta catch them. Gotta catch them all.
uh, I should have caught that one.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
but we have an IS-1 over here facing off as the Tiger. Not going to go for the IS-1, I can imagine. And I think I'm more interested by the fact that we have a ZIS-3 being used, again, primarily as an anti-tank piece and not as a artillery piece.
Which res is this? Free?
This is to the south. It is just east,
Oh yeah, I
just
see.
west along that arterial.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got the HE shells off. So it is interesting. He can actually kill a tiger with it, I believe. Not a great penetration chance of APCR, but it's enough. But he's not even in the forest, so he's gonna get spotted and killed very easily. And he's like shooting the T-34s.
Yeah, yeah. Which not for nothing. I know it makes more sense to kill what's going to hurt you more, but the concentration of fire over here on the two tanks, their proximity, I think it makes them a little bit more attractive as targets go.
Yeah, same with like looking at Preston John's blob of infantry down south. This is just asking to get high explosive in any sort of manner, whether it be artillery or grenades or, you know, a big FU bomb from the skies. That's pretty ballsy having so all you guys so spread, well, not spread out, but spread in.
Well, he researched human wave tactics, so
Oh.
don't ask questions. It's one of those things. IL-2 over here, he does have 37 mil. Oh no, yeah, time to retreat.
Yeah.
Yak 1B is coming in on him. I think there's just enough anti-air maybe to keep him safe. Deflection shot might be enough. No, okay, good. Oh no, wow, this is very skillfully put together. Well done, sir. Well done.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was really good.
That would have been amazing had the anti-aircraft been, taken out by the actual air.
Mm-hmm.
But ooh, a flank shot at this Tiga. This is interesting. Actually, this could kill. Not easily, but this could definitely kill. Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, yeah. IL-2 37s are kind of weird to use. I don't find them to be all that effective. I mean, the accuracy on the gun's pretty pants, but you got a lot of ammo, so you can usually make quite a few strafing runs with them, which is nice.
Very true. Now, the important thing here that I was actually going to try to make a note of, though, is that the Tiger was showing its heels. And I think that's why we even have as many criticals as we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing now one of the T-34 Razvedkas is being freaked out. Another one coming back south again for the Tiga. Yep, another side shot of this Tiga.
Oh.
So we're seeing committed anti-air constantly.
Yeah. It's really weird seeing, like, an anti-tank gunplane that's not German.
Oof.
Oh, jeez. Yep. The IO-2 37s definitely benefit from being able to be on the field for a longer time, because they require multiple strafing runs, as you can tell, to, kill whatever they're shooting at.
Kind of unfortunate because Federico was just bringing in 237 mil mounts, and this other IL-2 might cause some of that problem right now. No, he gets a kill, but if he dies, he gets another kill. Good lord.
Yeah, that's proven to be pretty effective, which I was not expecting.
Neither was I. And we're seeing more Strelkys being poured down here to kind of push back human wave tactics that we are seeing from Prestor John. And Prestor John says, well, you know what? One squad death is a tragedy. 7 is a statistic. We're seeing another wave of them being brought on forwards.
Yep, just going to be bringing them up to guard the point. And we're also seeing that captured Nashorn here. It's a ground-type German tank. So let's see how it works under the Russian camouflage scheme.
Well, the funny thing about it is that it can't evolve. I don't care if you use an Earthstone, a Moonstone, or just maybe the power of good old Stalin, but he refuses to evolve.
Isn't it like a maximum evolution type with the Marder, yo?
Oh, like the 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The secret one is it's like easy.
You gotta have like a special item in the infantry, and you have to play in a certain time of day, in a certain area of the Pokemon map to evolve the SU-88.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He just refuses at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But Federica is determined not to lose any more armored vehicles, of which he has less and less all the time. Has brought in now 2 anti-aircraft to the north. And I don't want to go and be dismissive, but why at this point?
Oh yeah, I guess he's kind of lost all his tanks, so it's not really... Yeah, and he definitely needs some ground game. I guess he does need to get the anti-air first before he buys any more tanks, even just T-34s, to help support his ground game, because up north it's not going good. It's not really going good. And same down south, it's human rave tactics. Good. Yeah. At the same time, he's human rave and strokey, so it's pretty even Stevens. Both squads are very similar in terms of weapon loadout.
Yeah, but when you're outnumbered 3 or 4 to 1.
Yeah.
And one thing we kind of didn't really get into a little bit more is that the maneuver group Bezuglago is, well, once you get 76 is from 43, but early on in Phase A, you do not have a lot to call on.
Yeah, and you really don't want to be losing those Tigers, which of course he did, so Well, once again, to B phase, they probably have some T-34 cards, I guess, that he can spam. Oh, you're actually bringing in an off-map artillery ort. 152 mil, so we won't be able to see the barrage icon, unfortunately, because, once again, the replay's bugged. But I think it's pretty obvious Ray's going to call the off-map.
Thing is that considering the kind of firefight he's putting up with right now, will his troops still be there when it happens?
I have a feeling he'll be able to hold just for the extra 20 seconds or so. And Prestor John is not going to have a good time. He's probably going to learn the intricacies of, you know, spreading out your troops.
Wait a second, look at the artillery barrage being called in.
What? No!
Drop
He had one job. Oh, there we go. I guess he did an inaccurate barrage, trying to get a hit. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Soviet artillery man.
But there's just enough safe, let's call it safe infantry, that there's still one more squad holding. That's going to hold back the tide. So covering the retreat, brave souls, Romanov over here.
Mm-hmm.
But still, 15-9.
Really deserves the title of Scourge.
Yeah. But not to be outdone, there's another wave of them in the north, the northern town. Look at this. What? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 squads with a superior up front. Prestor John really does not give a damn, does he?
No, this is legit human rave tactics. Oh god. And that's to be enough to capture the town, I think. That's just a lot of dudes. We're also seeing 2 SU-76s being brought in. And they do have HE shells, these AT models, but no, they're not the best.
No, and why should they be? They are artillery pieces first, right?
These ones are anti-tank gun drones. They can't actually shoot indirectly.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But Captain Strelky's over here being able to engage the guards, again, outnumbered 3 or 4 to 1, I would not want to be them.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's just so cool zooming and seeing the infantry just rush across like the houses. Once again, this game looks great.
Hordes of them, basically. Hordes of infantry. But there's not even been any real artillery over here from. Okay, no, there's a 203 in the north for Prestor. Other than that, there's really been no.
I've seen some SU-76s, or one like a proper SU-76 artillery piece of mort. So, yeah, that's going to invest a little bit now more into artillery. On a map like this, that's a good idea.
I'm fascinated by just the absolute chutzpah being evidenced by these guard squads.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally hand-to-hand fighting. Waves get thrown in, waves get thrown back out. But the cost, man, the bloody cost.
Holding.
Yep. And bombs here, are they going to drop short?
Yeah,
Fortunately, didn't have the infantry right there to exploit the gap. And we're seeing again, it's 13-11, so Frederica has now somewhat stabilized.
Mm-hmm. In terms of like the attrition infantry play, it's definitely going to go more towards Prestor John, as you get, I think, like a decent amount more infantry slots compared to mobile group Bez Lugo. So yeah, this human rave tactics is eventually going to just work.
And I think now's the time when it's going to work. The command squad has been taken out, so all he's got to do is freak out these 2 squads. It's going to be a very, very quick surrender. That's one. And one more DP squad. Okay, so he's rushing DP squads in. Don't think it's going to be in time.
You know, Strokey DP are really scary because of their weapon loadout of SVTs and DP-28, but, you know, when you're outnumbered that much, it doesn't really matter.
What do we always say? Quantity has a quality all of its own?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, Fred does also realize that because he's bringing up 5 more DP squads to help out, and that might actually just be enough to help stabilize. So at the same time, Prestor John does have a KV-1, which is fantastic fire support vehicle to have on the field.
It is unfortunate to a certain extent that that 203 is not shelling that intersection right there, because that would be the first thing I'd be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know my opponents will be bringing infantry back in, so if nothing else, I want to pin the shit out of them.
Yep, instead he's opting to shoot down south of the 203, it seems. Yeah, he's trying to hit that like, concentration area. No, what's actually doing an offensive down south here with his Strelky and some T-34 76s that he's coupled together.
But that it's a bit of a cobbled counterattack, and it's a very, very slow one when all things considered. You have to clear out these forests, and yes, you have very little ammunition on the guards for the moment. But what they do have is they have anti-tank grenades.
Yeah.
And they have a 45 mil that apparently is just as deadly as ever. Well done, sir. Well done.
I swear to God, those 45 mils are just so goddamn good.
Yes, they are.
Like, even like Pack 36s I find to be really, really effective in this game. And you think it wouldn't be, but it's due to how like the critical system hit system works, where you can usually get some pretty good like non-penetrating crits just because you shoot so bloody fast.
By the way, so the 203 has now started to engage on infantry. You can see the entire attack is bogged down.
I would definitely be pinned down in that situation.
Haro Gustal fires at them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's so crazy how it's an on-map artillery piece. It is just massive.
And the blast about 9,000 blasts. So yeah. Goku has nothing on this there.
No. But yeah, that's pretty good from Prestor, John. Holding on to the town. And that's a pretty important point to hold on. It's when, you know, one of the most... If I can actually speak English today, it's one of the more like easy defensible areas on this map, because as you can tell, this map is fairly open. It can be pretty tough to hit through the middle of this map just due to how it's set up.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I couldn't tell that this map is wide open. I see more lack of green on this map than actual green.
Yeah, which is a real like departure from a lot of 1v1 maps usually actually pretty close quarters. Well, this is not the case. And you see at Rhino, he's barely done anything. I mean, that's probably a good thing. You just want to keep it in that one spot, because that's the best place you can put it, but... Yeah.
That's true, but he's very lucky that a couple of the IL-2s before, they had bullets with his name on them, but the 37 mils were enough to kind of keep them at a distance. So very, very lucky over here for Federico.
Mm-hmm.
Highly amused by the fact that we have these Otamachiki squad members. They're going to kill each other. They have almost exactly the same stress level. Not quite the same cover, but... yeah, and they kill each other.
Equal opportunities.
Yeah, as well as I do you, you do me. No, I kill me.
Yeah.
IL-2 to the north. At long last, that rocket plane's being called back in. I'm surprised it hasn't been called in that town before now.
It's going to be doing a strafing run on the guards in this, even though it is an AT plane. Anti-tank rocket planes are essentially just a bunch of high explosive rockets in the end of the day, so it still works just as well as against infantry as it does against tanks.
It certainly seems to look that way, doesn't it? The Rhino does back up. This is this 3 taking its position instead, which actually I like that a lot better.
Yeah.
The Rhino is way more mobile. You want to have that possible mobility.
Yeah. And you want to keep it alive to deal with the IS run, because that's the best counter against that tank.
Certainly is. Now, I'm fascinated. There's a Yak-9B, and I don't know where he's going to be trying to engage.
Ice is flying around, enjoying the landscape, taking some, snapshots of the battlefield, posting them on his Instagram.
Keepsakes.
Before he decides to actually do his job.
SU-122. Now, here's an interesting vehicle, because it's the Soviet version, essentially, of a Shug.
Yeah, for a pretty powerful gun. So shells, you do like 160 mil pen. So it's... I mean, it's essentially just an artillery gun slapped in an SU tank destroyer. I think it's an SU tank.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's just an SU tank destroyer. Yeah.
Overall, though, it continues to be bleeding out over here for the man from Eidelstadt. Other than that, fresh squads of guards being brought on. KV-85 being brought in to support the north as well. And bizarrely enough, there's a once in the Imperial squad who desperately wants to hold that point in the center, but there's no one close enough or foolish enough to try to set that spot.
Yeah, I don't think being a sniper squad in the middle of an open field is the best spot. I mean, I understand why he's put it here, because there's literally nowhere else to put it, and you want to have recon here, but once he gets spotted, he's not going to have a good time.
Yak 9B is going to hammer this infantry attack, which is the right call here. He might die, and he does. He does retard the infantry squad, remove some of the strength from it, and I think allows time for that Komrotti to continue shelling the approaching infantry. He's actually very lucky the Su-76s can't see him, because I imagine they would give him quite a lot to think about.
Indeed he would, but I do like how it has managed to get a little bit, just the tip of the town back under his control, but he definitely needs some more CQC focus infantry to help take his back, which he does not have.
And an Su-76 dies today. He was a young chap. He was only 3 years old. He was survived by his brother, Su-76M, Bravo, and several MCHAs that showed up at his funeral. The 203 continues to shell the approach going up to the town, so I think this is the reason, yep, that's why we're seeing another wave of guards being brought on in, which is the right call. And I don't know. I feel like Prestor is really kind of almost playing with his food at the moment, you know?
Yeah, he's been doing a pretty good job of just keeping up the pressure. I think that's really just due to how the deck setup is you just have the better late game advantage with 26 over maneuver group, Bezdlugo. Especially when it comes to infantry and tank spam later on. As with 26 you do have the advantage. And you see this in the town, Prestor, he's just so many guards, he just keeps throwing them in. He doesn't care.
Well, they don't need to actually do anything, just need to just hold the ground, right? Is there any more? Okay, so there's still a ZSU that's going to prevent, I think, a little bit of this. Yep. He'll still get the rockets off, but he might pay for it. Awful lot of firepower there, though. Good lord. And a rush of infantry is there to try to go and freak them out just a little bit, but one Su-122 is already down. Laid low, I think, by T-34-85.
Yep.
85, I apologize. And regardless, guy who needs to keep his head cool and steady, that UPR squad is going to keep the line in place. At least long enough for more Otomachiki to be brought out in.
I mean, we can't actually see the flags, of course, but looking on the minimap, there's like two German, I'm just about to say Germans on this map, but there's two blue flags right in the line, which it's very close to being captured by Prestor if you just move some units in that general vicinity to try and take him. Like where this sniper squad is at the moment in the middle of the field, they're literally right on top of a flag, but it doesn't have any actual units nearby to, capture the front line, so to speak, to take advantage of that fact.
Well, the softly amusing point for me is that there is an anti-aircraft gun that was holding a hefty bit of territory, and this actually might be enough to secure him one of those border flags. No, it's 12-12. He's taken back the south.
We're seeing it's cluster bomber down south. IO2 clusters.
This is going to kill the KV-1. Calling it. The babe calls his shot. Yep, there we go.
That's a pretty. I do like how the IO2 cluster bomb drops his clusters. That's
as
very
opposed to the
satisfying.
German ones that drops like farming.
The AK-9B is kind of like shotgun jam. The German one just creates like a nice little organized circle. The IO2 just plants a rectangle on the ground.
Yeah, it is the frat boy of carpet bombing.
For sure. If we're leveling carpet, if we're judging carpet bombings in that regard, I'd agree with you in that regard.
It's very difficult. I mean, The German ones, it's like, okay, you know what? We need to have proper dispersion, and
Mm-hmm.
that one's just kind of like, yo, bro, pass me that bottle.
I'm just gonna yeet the bombs over here somewhere and hopefully it hits something.
We're on the Eastern Front. It hit the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
Success. And we are going to see. I feel like right now, we are seeing the collapse of Bezuklogo as infantry. I think is really running dry. We're seeing more and more usage of the IL-2s and carpet bombs to desperately keep kind of all of this Prestor material at bay. And I don't know
Yeah.
if it's going to work.
Yeah, and also the artillery game and press. I mean, yeah, Press is just using, like, he has one 203 and one 280 mil RT gun out, but 26, yeah, that's all you really need. Just one or two of those guns is more enough to just stop anything from moving through. You're actually
Yep.
about to hit up north, and that's not going to go too around. I believe that's corrected shots too, because that's an artillery leader nearby, so yeah. Yeah, those Strafniki are going to be Strafgonki.
Oof. Yeah. I'm actually surprised we don't have surrenders already. Get in there, my friend.
Well, you need to stop guarding and push.
Yeah. You cannot allow 20-man squads to survive.
No.
By the way, there's actually another push happening on the southern side. They're crossing that road, and there's no tanks to support them. Excuse me, to defend against this.
Oh, they're only got a 1 T-34, but he's a little bit back.
And very battered, for that matter, too. Bizarrely enough, that Rhino at this point really would be worthwhile to bring him forward to engage something on the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
As it stands, he doesn't really have a lot of efficacy here.
Yeah, maybe like hooking it around to the northern part of that hill and trying to snipe the tanks in the town would be a good idea, but yeah, at the moment at Reno, he hasn't even shot a single shot. He's just hanging out. Just enjoying a view.
Outside of that, 16-8. So, yep, we are seeing a collapse along the line from Federica. He's bringing in a couple squads here and there. I think this is pretty much him being tapped as more Automochikis get brought on in. And this is the major concern in my mind for Bezuklugo, and that's pretty much why we don't see him very often. You have to hit hard and hit immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Like a maneuver group, you got to pretty much hit an A phase and take advantage of the two Tigers that you have early on. Take advantage of the SU-88 and some of the other stuff. In a more long-winded match, you just run out of stuff, and especially infantry, because infantry is so bloody important. Even on an open map like this, just having more infantry in the field is extremely, extremely useful. And as you can see, Prestor John has been using infantry to great effect to just capture bloody everything.
Can we talk about the fact that he's actually engaging anti-air pieces with like 6 squads and he's killing them because of it?
Yep.
But that's impressive. But no, the other thing actually, we do have to modify that ever so slightly. One thing we didn't really see is we didn't really see Ortfine, Federico over here play to the T-34-43 models. And I know it's a really, really strange kind of delineation to make, but if you look at the way that the income works for this particular maneuver group, I can't talk English now.
A hard language.
It is, and you think that me growing up would actually be able to do it, but nope. But the T-34-43s, the 76ers are from 43. This Bazooklago is flush with them later on. If you can wait until Phase B, Phase C, you can bring in 16 or 32, I think, overall. Didn't really see that kind of play. I think he was going for quality over quantity, and considering his infantry, that's probably not the best of calls.
Yeah, I think massing up a T-34 push and trying, like, just a huge bloody blob of T-34s to counter the huge bloody blob of infantry would have been a better call, maybe a bit more use of artillery. I've seen, yeah, only got one Su-76 out, and I believe the off map is the one from earlier, which is out of ammo. So,
Yep.
yeah, and it's with the infantry, with Bezlugo, it's more long range. You got the Strokey DPs, you got the Strafniki, which are good long range infantry, which I'd say is pretty good in this map, but in the town area and down south, you just don't have the numbers compared to just, cheap 20-point guard spam.
Yep. Yep.
Yup.
Outside of that, it feels like we're coming down to the last couple of minutes here, unless there's some crazy inversion, which I do not see happening. I do want to make a quick call out to that OBR-39. It's supposed to be an anti-aircraft piece, but it is essentially a knockoff, I feel like, an 88. But outside that, Stroke DPs trying desperately to get back to these guard DPs, and the weight of numbers will eventually tell. But Prestor John, at this point, he's just buying time. He really is. I don't think he really needs to worry too much about it. He could just legitimately not call in any more infantry or anything for the rest of this game, and I think he would be solid.
Yeah, it's got such a huge point lead. He's pretty much good to go.
Yes, he is. And might even get another pick-off here if these guard squads move even just a smidge further north. Or they're going to get a Zis. I'm going to pick up a Zis. Nope, never mind.
Oh, GG.
Indeed. And yep, that kill differential pretty much says it, doesn't it?
1,200, and looking at the chronology...
IL-2 did really quite well. Killed a Tiger, killed a 74, a 76 out of Vedka, a 42-34, and a KV-1. So really solid just by that.
It's knocked out most of the tank, or like a good chunk of the tank force early on. Same with the second IL-2 knocking out the other Tiger, so that was pretty big plays.
Some of the standouts over here for Frederica, though, the ultimate cheeky. Two-man squad, punching above his weight. Well done there.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's pretty good.
But outside of that, not a whole lot of stand-up, impressive stuff to kind of check out.
No.
So unfortunate result at the end of days over here for Frederica. But outside of that, just really well done by Prestor John.
Just good use of mass amount of infantry.
Yes, indeed. But in the meantime, Rang, any more thoughts?
It's just been a very Russian week.
It has been, but hopefully we can take our time with next week. Well, guys, letting things germinate while they're Russian this week. For right now, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.
До свидания.